Alright, so for today, right, we're actually going to talk to you guys about the Red Sea Nano. So, I've actually mentioned earlier before on a couple of videos, right, that we are actually going with these three different themes for the Red Sea Reefer Nano. One of it is the macroalgae, the other one is a non-photosynthetic coral tank, and then the third one is a clownfish anemone tank. So many of you guys actually did posted in the comment section below that you guys wanted to see either one of these three tanks, right? But however, we actually did had a major change with the Red Sea Nano. So the reason being so why we actually did this change, right? But firstly, right, I still like to appreciate all of you guys who actually write all these really nice comments out there, and then did mention that you guys want to see this, see that. So I really appreciate you guys, and I'm really sorry that we had to change the plan for this tank. There's two reasons for it. So today's video, right, I'm actually going to share with you guys the two reasons and then what are we looking for in this tank. So reason number one, right, it's actually many months ago, I actually did order one fish, but however that fish couldn't come due to because that the supply itself, right, it's still trying to grow it out. It's still too small back then to actually ship it. So I waited, but then still no sign of it. So I actually did forgot about that fish, and I just thought of moving ahead. And then recent weeks, actually just only last week, right, our dear local FS, right, Iwana actually did contacted me, and they told me that, hey, the fish is actually here already. So I'm like, wow, okay, I waited so long for it, but then it finally arrived. So I'm actually still going to take it, but then because the 5 feet itself is a bit too big for him right now. So this is why I always wanted to do like a small species only tank for it. So this is somewhat the Red Sea Nano is just nice, it's done, and it's empty, so why not put it in? So that was one of the main reasons that actually determined me to actually remove that three options, right, and just go with this specific fish. But today's video is actually not about this fish. We will be doing another video once the fish actually arrives here in the studio. And today I'm just going to share with you guys on the couple of changes that we actually do to this tank. Reason number two is a couple of days ago, right? Actually, one of our reefers actually posted that he has two fish to give away. So I saw the picture, I saw the video, right? And this two fish is actually the fish that one of it is actually something that I really wanted. Actually, we do have it in the studio already, which is a blue line angel. So you guys have seen the previous video of the blue line angel, which I put a link right up now. I've actually shared with you guys about the small little blue line angels that we have and the adult one that is currently in the 5 feet display as well. So when I saw this small piece, right, and it kind of really intrigued me because like I've always have something with blue lines. If you guys see my blue lines, my blue phantoms, right, I've always have something with this genus of fishes. So when it came for this reefer want to give it away, right, I was like, okay, I gotta have it. And the second fish that actually came with it, right, was a iconic fish. Not really saying an iconic fish, but it's actually a local fish, which is the Singapore angelfish. So the name itself is really just Singapore angelfish. So being a Singapore YouTuber and then a Singapore reefer, right, we should have a fish like this in our studio itself. So, and this brought me back to a video that I've actually seen a couple of years ago, which is really very interesting. So in 2017, right, back then when Poma Labs is actually showcasing all their captive bred stuff, right. So in 2017 MACNA, what actually happened was there is a show booth from Poma Labs, which I will show you right now. So Poma Lab actually have a booth in MACNA back in 2017, right, where they actually have a very similar tank to the Red Sea. I don't know whether it's a Red Sea or not, but it looks really like a Red Sea tank. And inside there is like the Carib Sea's branch rock. But the cool thing about it, right, inside there they actually showcase all of their captive bred angels in one tank. So, and in that one tank, right, there's about 3 species in that one tank, and out of that 3, right, 2 of it is actually the blue line angel and the Singapore angel, and the third one is actually the conspic. So they actually put these 3 into this small tank and they display it on MACNA. So I thought, and then back then, right, I was very impressed by Poma Labs. Even to today, right, I've always been a big fan of Poma Labs and all of their Pomas captive bred angelfish. So this is why you see the blue phantom, and then we are still also waiting for a yellow blue line. If our dear Poma Labs, right, if you're seeing this video, right, I am definitely still waiting for a yellow blue line angel, which and in the future, if let's say we have a couple of cash or someone out there decided to sponsor us, right, we will be actually getting a conspic also, but that it really depends on our funds, but then that's a future thing. So when I actually saw these two fish and then plus the first fish that I've mentioned to you guys, right, that is all coming together, right, one thing that actually come together, right, as firstly, the Singapore Angel, the blue line actually came from a it actually being featured before by Poma Lab. Okay, don't get me wrong, the two fish that's in here right now, right, they are not captive bred. They are actually just from another reefer, but then I found that the teaming, the concept was just nice. The first fish, however, that is coming to us, right, it's captive bred. So I decided to ditch that tree team, right, and then actually go for a full captive bred baby angelfish tank. So in the future, right, we will be probably sourcing a lot of different types of small little baby angelfish for this tank itself, and just to see. So there will be a big difference with this tank and then the 5 feet. So the 5 feet, we actually have like all the larger, showier angels, right. Over here, we'll do it like a small little baby angelfish nursery. Well, we'll put them here, we'll grow them up, and then before they get transited over to the 5 feet. So that is the whole idea of how this tank is going for. So yeah, so I actually went out to the reefer and actually picked them both up. So the Singapore Angel and the Blue Line Angelfish. So we'll talk a little bit about the Singapore Angelfish, right? It's a really common fish. It's relatively cheap. It's a fish that you can actually find almost anywhere. This guy here is doing really well. It's showy, it's full grown already, it looks good. So probably we'll keep him here for a while, and then after that we'll put him over to the 5 feet. Reason being so, right, as with him here, right, the blue line tends to be a little bit scared. Like when he is inside, right, the blue line tends to be hiding all the time. The point when I actually had to remove the Singapore Angel, right, to the 5 feet tank, right, the blue line actually dominated the whole tank to itself, which I believe is really good because I wanted the blue line to be here and then the Singapore Angel to be there anyways. So it's a really good transition. The blue line will stay here until our first fish actually arrives here to join the blue line. So the first, yeah, so that's one of the fish. And then secondly, which is the blue line in here, it's still really small. This guy here is still trying to grow up to his adult coloration. But for this size, right, it's going to take, I think, at least another 2 years or so before it actually gets to the full adult size. So it's going to stay here for a really long time, which I don't mind because it's a very nice tank for it. So yeah, now we're actually just waiting for our first fish to arrive, and then we'll do another part video for that. But then, as you guys can see, the blue line is right behind me right now. He's pretty much comfortable, confident, and he's out. He's eating pellets all the time. He's actually doing really well though. He's comfortable. He's happier being alone, and then he's greedy. He's taking a lot of pellets, and he's just doing really well. I did change the scape a little bit as well, so you can see that couple of rocks that I move here and there, because it's not really going to be a coral tank. It's going to be just a fish only tank, right? I wanted to make it like a lot of crevices because angelfish, they like a lot of place to hide here and there. So I did a lot of swim throughs, a lot of caves, a lot of tunnels, just for them to feel a bit more comfortable whenever I'm here with them. So I believe that's really all for today's video. I'm really sorry that for those of you guys who actually wanted to see either one of those three teams, right? If we ever have a chance to have another tank, probably I will do that for that. But then, like I mentioned before, right, in the earlier part of the video, right, every direction that actually came in for the past few weeks, right, went in so nicely to what ended up with this Red Sea Nano, which in the future I will be showcasing you guys a couple of more interesting angelfish, a couple of more really delicate fish over here in this tank. And then yeah, I think that will be done for today's video. So same thing, if you guys like all of the videos that we put up for you guys, I probably believe that next week either I will do an update on the COVID tank. We've not done a very long update on the 5 feet already. Probably I'll do that as well. And then if by then the new fish arrives, right, we will probably do a unboxing video for that new fish that will go into the Red Sea to join the blue line angelfish as well. But same thing, like, subscribe, share it out, and I will see you guys soon next week.